Mr. Max.
Oh, the cheesiness.
Oh.
Welcome to Myrtle Beach Eats and Beyond, the show where a local foodie, that's me, attempts to parlay a passion for delicious eats into a useful video guide for other locals and tourists attempting to answer the age-old question, where should we eat in Myrtle Beach? Don't worry, I've got you covered. With me on this journey are my three progeny, that's them, who also love to experience new eating emporiums, raising them up right. We'll also be exploring fun, family-friendly activities and showing you the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, the lowdowns and hoedowns of where to shop, play, stop, and stay. If you're lucky, I might even cook for you. And if that's not enough to convince you to subscribe, just know that once a week, I am completely wrecking my diet to bring you this content. Now, I'm not saying that you should feel guilty about that in any way, but I'm just saying you should subscribe. Hello friends, welcome to our table. Mac and cheese is one of the quintessential American comfort foods. It is soft, warm, and fills your belly just right. In New Hampshire, we were lucky to have a restaurant called Mr. Mac's that served up some seriously gourmet mac and cheese. After we tried it once, my children and I were 100% hooked, and it became our favorite spot to go whenever we needed a mac and cheese fix. After we introduced Grammy to it, she hopped on board and fell in love just as hard. Once a week, we would convene for a couple pans of incredible pizza mac. Creamy, gooey, spicy, and so perfectly cheesy. When we left New Hampshire, we left behind two great loves, Grammy and Mr. Mac's. We can easily get Grammy down here on a plane flight. The mac and cheese, not so much. We have tried a lot of South Carolina mac and cheese, and although many are delicious, none can quite compare to the man. After almost a year down here, our withdrawal got so bad, Mama had to deconstruct the recipe and buy a Dutch oven in an effort to replicate the deliciousness in an admittedly tasty homemade version that we call Mama Mac.
Look at the forks don't melt.
It won't. You use plastic forks at Mr. Max and they don't melt.
Yeah, I know mac and cheese. Mr. Max was hotter than this.
All right.
Oh my god, look. Time to try. 3, 2, 1. Too hot. Yes. I think it's pretty good. That tastes really good, actually. What do you mean pretty good? This is awesome! Oh, yeah.
Did we achieve Mama Mac perfection?
Yes. Good.
We dream of visiting New Hampshire again, if only to reunite with our extra cheesy Mac Daddy. Every once in a while, I visit the Mr. Mac's website for old time's sake. They'd been expanding as a franchise when we left, and I had dreamy hopes that maybe one day it would franchise down here. After all, Friendly's did. Why not Mr. Mac's? I also often daydreamed that maybe one day they would wrap up pans of mac and cheese to ship across the country like Uno's ships pizza and Honey Baked Ham ships ham. Just before Christmas, when it was on my mind, I visited the website again. I was deeply saddened to see the former franchises disappeared and my dreams of a Myrtle Beach Mr. Mac's gone up in smoke. But then, I scrolled down the page a little and saw something that sparked the flame in my heart once again.
Nationwide delivery.
This is it, I thought. This is not a drill. Your dream has been realized. We must act immediately. I messaged Grammy. Pizza Mac was en route for Christmas Eve dinner within the day. The hardest part was keeping it a secret, but I managed to do so successfully up until I tried to bring in the package. Around Christmas time, children seem to be very interested in every package that arrives, and I had to hide it just long enough to set up video recording to capture their honest reaction. Normally, I don't like it when people come to my door. We're pretty private, and I don't get many uninvited guests. But when an uninvited guest might be Mr. Mac, I am willing to open the door. Now, about here, I'm going to pause and lower the volume of the audio significantly, because as justified as I feel in the ridiculous amount of screaming that ensues here, I also care deeply about our viewers, and I have no interest in ruining your eardrums with our obnoxious screaming. If you have sensory issues, even at low volume, please feel free to skip past the next 20 seconds.
Where did it come from? discovered that Mr. Max is now doing nationwide shipping.
Oh my god! Mind blown, honestly.
And I told Grammy right away, and she said, so I can send you a meal for Christmas? And I said, yes! Go ahead. Scream your little hearts out.
Thank you, Lord!
Phew. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, we were so impressed at the amazing packing job.
We're so proud of you, Mr. Max.
Ice packs both above and below the pans kept everything cool. In December, it's not as hot as South Carolina can get, but I have no concern whatsoever that even if I ordered this in July, it would still arrive in perfect condition. Of course, if I'm expecting mac and cheese delivery, I'm pretty much going to be on the tracking database hourly for updates anyway, so it's not like it's going to sit out there on the doorstep. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's beautiful. We unpacked it and stored it in the fridge for 2 days. Every time I opened the fridge and saw it looking up at me, my heart was happy, and I couldn't wait for Christmas Eve to arrive so we could treat ourselves to the best gift of all. It took about 20 minutes to bake, and 2 pans was the perfect amount to split between the 4 of us. We even had a little left over, but not much. Words cannot express how exciting it was to have a taste of our old home right here in our new home. Just as the pasta, cheese, and sauces all merged together in this dish to create something uniquely delicious and comforting, this moment was also the perfect melding together of everything good and wonderful in our South Carolina home with the something good and wholesome that always brought us comfort and joy back in New Hampshire. It was the embracing of everything good in our lives. Oh, the cheesiness. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh my god, look at this. Creamy, delicious, silky cheese pasta.
It's a lot of descriptors. Very nice, very nice.
Mmm, so yummy.
Oh. Lean over. Don't bring it across your shirt. Just put it in your mouth and bite it off. Go for it.
Wow. To be honest,
Yes, go.
To be honest, I kind of thought that I wouldn't like it as much. I thought that it would be different.
You thought that it wouldn't be as good?
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. I was telling myself to keep my expectations low before it came because I was thinking, like the noodles will be mushy or the cheese won't melt as good and it won't be as yummy as I remember. So I was trying to keep my expectations low, but it's just as good as it always was. It's like so creamy and rich and it's just delicious.
Yeah. I was kind of scared that my taste buds would have changed and that I wouldn't like it anymore.
So your expectations were low too?
Yes.
So we were all keeping low expectations and we've all been beaten and won over on our low expectations.
Yes.
What about you, Elia? Did you have low expectations?
No.
Lowered expectations.
I don't even have an expectation of that.
Even with our lowered expectations, it was absolutely as delicious as we remembered, which we didn't even believe would be possible. Look at all that cheesiness.
I finally figured out what to do.
You look so happy.
It's so good. I look happier.
We're so grateful for the opportunity to order our old New Hampshire favorites. We love you, Mr. Max. Please keep it up. We will definitely order again. Thanks for watching, everyone. If this content is something you enjoy, we'd love your help to grow our little channel. By liking this video, leaving a comment below, and subscribing to the channel, it really helps us out, and it's completely free to you. With your help, YouTube will be able to recommend this content to more foodie folks so we can all share the love of good eats. See you again soon!